Hi friends, welcome back. Today I am coming at you with a video on voting! Woo! Now, before you roll your eyes and continue your scrolling, hear me out. I recently saw a poll by Run AAPI. They interviewed Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders between the ages of 18 and 34. Now, because I am a part of this particular group, I was shocked to find that 1 in 3 AAPI youth voters does not intend to register to vote. 1 in 3, that's 33%. And of the people who are registered to vote, 43% are unsure that they will even vote at all. This is super concerning to me because y'all are my peoples, AAPI fam. We are the fastest growing group in America, but we are still vastly underrepresented at the polls. Our lack of showing up makes us have less power and less of a voice when it comes to the issues that concern us. So because this is such a crucial time for our country, whether you're a part of the AAPI community or not, I thought I would provide 7 excuses why people are not registered to vote and why they're not legitimate. Number 1, I don't have time. It literally takes 2 minutes. You can do it right now. Just pause this video, scroll down to the description box, click the link, and you're registered. Wow! Number 2, I'm too lazy. Thank you for being honest. Now, go back to excuse number 1, scroll down, click the link in the description box, and you're registered. Wow! Number 3, my state is already gonna go red or blue, so my vote doesn't really matter. First of all, what kind of a low self-esteem kind of viewpoint is that? Your voice and your vote matters. Full stop. Okay, not full stop. Because if you are anyone but a white male, do you know how many people and for how long had to fight just so you could have the right to vote? For example, for myself as an Asian American woman, though the 19th Amendment did give women the right to vote in 1920, I would not be given the right to vote until 1965 with the Voting Rights Act. And if English wasn't your first language, you weren't protected until 1975 when Congress amended this act to ban discriminatory practices in areas where English was not the dominant language. If you're doing the math, that was only 55 years ago, or 45 years ago for the amendment. That's less time than my parents have been alive. That was the year Robert Downey Jr. was born. My right to vote as an Asian American woman has only existed as long as Iron Man has been alive. But most importantly on this matter, your vote is not only for the presidential candidate. You're also voting for your state's representatives in Congress, the people who make and implement policies on the state level, such as governors and attorney generals, mayors and other local officials, hello Leslie Knope, and both state and local ballot measures. Number 4, it's really overwhelming. Okay, this one I totally empathize with. Everything I just said sounds like a lot, but it's important to remember that you don't need to fill out every question. If you're unable to make an educated decision, it's okay and probably better to leave that bubble blank. But I encourage you to do a little work and put in the research. There will be a lot of voter guides coming out between now and November. Try to find guides that are unbiased, or at least try to find guides that represent both sides. Exercise your brain and form your own opinions. Find a group of friends who you respect, trust, and feel safe with, even if you disagree. Make it a socially distanced, possibly over Zoom party. Drink wine, order pizza, do whatever you need to do to have fun, get educated, and vote accordingly. Number 5, I'm too scared to go out and vote because of COVID. Good news for you, friend, because you can mail in your vote. A lot of states even allow you to fill in your ballot ahead of time and drop it off early at a polling place. And in case you're worried about voter fraud or if your ballot will get there okay, the rate of mail-in voter fraud is between 0.0003 and 0.0025%. In other words, it's more likely that you will get struck by lightning than experience voter fraud. And if it makes a difference to you, President Trump himself has elected to vote by mail. For a more personal opinion, I myself voted by mail in the last election and my vote was counted no problem. There is a way to check if your vote has been counted after you mail in your ballot. Now, it is worth mentioning that the USPS is extremely backed up right now, so if you are choosing to mail in your vote, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting it out as soon as possible. Number 6, I'm not political. Dear friend, let me say this as nicely as possible. Your decision to not be political is quite honestly a privilege and a lie. The way we vote, both at the local and national level, influences everything about your daily life. Your finances, your home, your healthcare, your welfare, not to mention the welfare of those around you. And if you can't be bothered to think about anyone other than yourself, then just think about things that you complain about daily. Taxes, how much it costs to go to the doctor, unemployment, school, all things that you could influence if you had just voted. And lastly, number 7, it's not cool. Being an educated, empathetic, engaged voter is just about the coolest thing that you can be. Anyone who says otherwise probably peaked in middle school. So there you have it, 7 excuses not to register to vote, none of which are insurmountable. And honestly, you've been watching this video longer than it would have taken you to register to vote. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead, scroll down, click the link, you can do it. Go get your beautiful self registered. Did you do it? Did you register? Of course you did. See you November 3rd.